I didn't think Lance owed anybody, he didn't do anything to me. You know what he did for me? He raised $500 million for cancer research. That's what that lie did. Yeah, it was great. And everybody had the bands on. Remember the bands?
Yeah.
Sure. Right? That blocked out the sun, right?
No, it wasn't to block out the sun.
No risk cancer?
Yeah.
No, the whole thing was annoying, and I hated how Oprah was interviewing him and acting like she was dumbfounded that this guy would do this. Like, she's been in show business for 35 years, and she can't, like, wrap her head around some guy doing whatever it takes to get to the next level. Didn't she, for the first 5 years, have, like, midgets who wanted to bang their mailman's boyfriend? And she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it, but she didn't have the power to say no, so she wrote it out. And then when she could make a good decision, she did a show. But she stood on the heads of those little people for 5 years until she got... And then she's sitting there across from this guy like, so how could you... You know exactly what he's doing. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Look, the guy was a sociopath on a bicycle, all right? As far as I'm concerned, we got off easy.
Yeah.
If that guy was working for a corporation, he probably would have been pouring stuff in the water supply, doing God knows what. Just keep him on the bike. Just let him go up and down the hill. He's not hurting anybody.
Not hurting anybody.
He isn't. And the top 20 guys, like, all tested positive for roids. So our roided up guy beat your roided up guy. Okay? And those guys who run that filthy sport, who was sitting there going like, oh, this is ridiculous. He doesn't represent cycling. Are they going to return all the money that they made off of that guy? Huh? They're going to turn in their yachts? They're not going to. They're not going to do it.
Everyone turn in your yachts.
Goals were defined back then. Now, the guy has to throw the milk. He has to clean it up while telling his wife she's brave for just sitting there. Like, whatever that is. Did you hear it? Oh, I know. Women are so overrated. We went from not listening to them to now it's you know, it's ridiculous. Like that Believe women. It's like all of them. How about 85%? I'll give you 87%, all right? But that last 13% that keys your car, lights your shit on fire, and puts a family pet in a pot of stew.
Who put a pet in a pot of stew?
Glenn Close.
Oh,
Glenn Close, yeah.
That's, okay, all right.
You know what I miss, tougher parenting and evidence. Those are the things that I miss from my childhood.
Evidence?
Yeah.
You mean
due process?
Right.
Somebody says something happened, and then someone else goes, well, I said it happened this way, like the old Gumshoe shows. Then they had to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't exist now on social media. It's just like, it's just frontier justice.
Right.
You feel how nervous everybody just got in here? The fact that I just suggested that there should be due process? This guy's talking crazy, man. Did he just join ISIS? This is what it is.
Roger Goodell is now down here.
Yeah. Because he did the, what was it, got to get it right speech. That's when you know you're in trouble. In the NFL, it's when you just stand there. I don't even know what that means. We got to get it right. We didn't get it right, but we're going to work on trying to get it right. So next time, we got to get it right. I'm embarrassed for my actions. I'm embarrassed for the league. Embarrassed for anyone on the same continent as me. We didn't get it right. We got to get it right next time. We're going to work on getting it right. Starts with that, and then the next day, the guys on the sports talk radio, you know, the and guys.
Yeah.
That connects all their thoughts with that. Like, they came out in the first quarter, and they were all over them. Those guys jump on it. I mean, what does it say? What is the league? Well, what kind of message? What kind of message are they sending out? Like, I don't know. It's like, what message are they sending out? Do you think I'll see this guy hit a woman and then I'm going to do it?
Right.
Right?
Right.
I wasn't going to hit a woman, but then that guy in the Ravens did it, so I guess it's okay. They got a real problem. It drove me nuts the whole month. They got a real problem in the NFL. As compared to what? Plumbers? Electricians? Society in general? There's a lot of great people that play football. The league's going to be fine. Like, what they would have to do I was talking to my buddy the other day, like, what they would have to do to get me to stop watching. You know,
Because
like,
you love football. You watch football.
The commissioner could literally punt a baby across his office with his wingtips on. I'm still going to watch on Sunday. I don't condone the man's actions, but it's football. I have to watch it. This is all I have. But, like, my latest thing that's driving me nuts is I spent 20 years in the back of the plane getting treated like an animal. And I finally worked my way up to the front of the plane, Group 1, which means you get to board like it's your plane. Right.
You get to board.
Yes.
You
sit in a chair that's the size for a human being. All of a sudden now, there's like these 20 groups that are like pre-boarding now. It starts off like, it's just like anybody in uniform, anybody in military. So it's like, all right. But after like the 20th guy, you just start being like, have you seen action? Are you on the front lines at least? Right? Anybody with kids, anybody with disabilities, and then just anybody with a red shirt. Hey, it's Tony Tuesday. Anybody named Anthony can get on. Dude, I sat one time, I saw this guy get on the plane. Okay, he wasn't in uniform. He didn't have kids. He had all his limbs. He wasn't limping. He didn't have a cough. He just walked on the plane. It's like, who the is that guy? I hate spoiled brats. I encourage going back and forth with fans. I would say 13% of people on the internet are cool. The rest of them, they're just a bunch of animals. Why would you want to talk to them?
Wait, you're saying only 13% of people are
cool. 13% are cool. The other 87% are writing horrific stuff under YouTube videos. They're assholes.
Yeah.
They are. And I don't know why. See, these are the 13% that are cool. You know, I love that the Pope retired.
Yeah, they're not. You like that? Because usually they have to. They stay until they die, and that's it.
Who would want that job? Just the pressure. Like, being president's got to be the worst job ever. Just every day. You know, even when you finally get a break, somebody comes over to your house, like the greatest oboe player, and you got to come downstairs and act like you care. You got to get all dressed up and sit there. Yeah, great. Oh, that's amazing. And then the second you make any sort of grimace, they put it in the paper. President Burr was not enjoying the oboe player. He doesn't like children. What is that going to do? It's just the worst, like... I've never had a TV show, successful one, that's actually made it. And at this point, I realize the genius of it.
The genius of having
not having a TV show.
Oh,
it's
of not
awesome.
having it, yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, you know what?
To live
if you keep going around saying that 87% of the world sucks, you're not going to get one.
No, but this is the thing.
They're not going to give you one.
I can say that because there's nothing you can take away from me. What are you going to do? You're going to say I can't do stand-up in strip malls anymore? That's usually the punishment.